Hey guys, welcome back to our part 2 video on how to build a roof deck. So this video is going to explain the finished decking install process. On our previous video, we went over how to do the floating deck framing, how not to penetrate the rubber roof so you don't have any interior leaks. So check out that video if you need more information on that. So here you can see we're using a red blau decking, which is a mahogany species, and we're using a 3/4 product. Yes, I know we're going to get a lot of shit for that, but it's because we have some height restrictions with the top of our door and our height of our deck with the height of our roof. But we've used this decking a lot. It's really hard and it works really, really well. We've never had any issues with it. So I encourage people not to be afraid to try it out. It's 3/4x4 red blau. It's a really awesome product. It honestly, it installs the same as 5/4 decking. So take that for what it's worth. But so today we're using the camo system to ensure we get the hidden fasteners in, and the camo system works out really well. And because at least on this deck we have some pretty good depth on our framing, we're able to use full length screws and not have any issues with potentially penetrating our EPDM roof. So that's one thing you really have to keep in mind. If you are face screwing or nailing your deck over a floating deck like this over EPDM, you have to be very careful that if you're framing, like you can see here, we have quite a bit of framing, but in some areas where it's thin because our roof pitch is off, you do not use a screw long enough to pierce this EPDM, because you might not have a leak right away, but guaranteed over time, as that rubber opens up, you're gonna get all kinds of leaking. So we have to be really careful about that. So a couple things just to keep in mind to recap. Make sure you're not using too long of fasteners because you don't want to penetrate that EPDM roof. Make sure you know what deck boards you're using ahead of time. And if not, make sure you compromise, because you obviously can't have your finished deck higher than your finished floor inside the house. That'll never work out. So there are alternate options, like this 3/4 inch red blau decking has allowed us to meet our elevation issues here. And the other thing is you have to figure, you have to get your posts waterproofed before you get your decking on. This is really important. We've seen this not done right sometimes, and then we're coming back later, opening up decking, and usually that leak is coming from that post because it wasn't waterproof properly. It should be EPDM'd once, and then later on you put another flashing seam tape around it and waterproof it twice. You can never go wrong. You could even do another piece, come up higher if you want, doesn't matter. These are getting wrapped. And the other thing is you're going to have roof drains, sorry. So you can see over here we have one, and we'll go over here and I'll show you. We're gonna create a hatch, almost basically the same thing as a pool skimmer. And you can see here we have it framed out. So what's going to happen is we're going to build a mahogany hatch here with a hole, so you'll be able to open it, clean out your roof drains or wherever else you got to do in there, and then put it back, and it all kind of just blends in. So hopefully you found this content helpful. So please hit that like and subscribe button, help us to get more followers. Thanks.